I had a nightmare. You could read quite a story in the calluses and lines. Years of work and worry had left their mark behind. I remember Daddy's hands, how they held my mama tight and patted my back for something done right. There are things that I've forgotten that I loved about the man, but I'll always remember the love in Daddy's hands. Daddy's hands were soft and kind when I was crying. Daddy's hands were hard as steel when I'd done wrong. Daddy's hands weren't always gentle, but I've come to understand. There was always love in Daddy's hands. I remember Daddy's hands working till they bled, sacrificed unselfishly just to keep us all fed. If I could do things over, I'd live my life again and never take for granted the love in Daddy's hands. Daddy's hands were soft and kind when I was crying. Daddy's hands were hard as steel when I'd done wrong. Daddy's hands weren't always gentle, but I've come to understand. There was always love in Daddy's hands. Daddy's hands were soft and kind when I was crying. Daddy's hands were hard as steel when I'd done wrong. Daddy's hands weren't always gentle, but I've come to understand. There was always love in Daddy's hands.
His old hands were like leather from working in a cold Carolina weather, stringing 60-hour weeks together for my mama, my brothers, and me. He was old-fashioned, he was old school, American red, white, and blue. But to me, he was just cool, the man I wanted to be. It ain't set in that he's really gone. If I could call the number still here in my phone, I'd say, hey Dad, it's me Dad, just wanted to tell you that I miss you bad. He'd make me laugh like he always did. Before he said goodbye, he'd leave me with this: go on boy, be strong boy, don't you shed a tear for me boy. I had a good life, one hell of a run. It's alright, I love you, son. Hey, Dad. I'd tell him that his two grandbabies are turning into little ladies, and just like him, they're a little crazy, talk about him all the time. I'd let him know that me and my brothers are spending more time with one another. Mama says some days are better than others. I think she's gonna be fine. Hey Dad, it's me Dad. Just wanted to tell you that I miss you bad. He'd make me laugh like he always did. Before he'd say goodbye, he'd leave me with this. Go on boy, be strong boy. Don't you shed a tear for me boy. I had a good life, one hell of a run. It's alright, I love you son. Strong boy, don't you shed a tear for me boy. I had a good life, one hell of a run. It's alright, I love you son. Hey Dad,
starched white shirts, button at the neck, and he'd sit in the shade and watch the chickens peck. And his teeth were gone, but what the heck? I thought that he walked on water. Said he was a cowboy when he was young. He could handle a rope, and he was good with a gun. And my mama's daddy was his oldest son. And I thought that he walked on water. And if the story was told, only heaven knows. Hat seemed to me like an old halo, and though his wings they were never seen, I thought that he walked on water. He tied a cord to the end of a mop and said, son, here's a pony, keep her at a trot. And I'd ride in circles while he laughed a lot. Then I'd flop down beside him. And he was 90 years old in 63, and I loved him. Lord, I cried the day he died, 'cause I thought that he walked on water. If the story was told, only heaven knows. But his hat seemed to me like an old halo, and though his wings they were never seen, I thought that he walked on water. I thought he walked on water.
apart, and it's plain to see they're truly part of him. And while we were there, their grandma took out some old photographs. Man, he sure looked a lot like me back then. I'm seeing my father in me. I guess that's how it's meant to be. And I find more and more like him each day. I notice I walk the way he walks. I notice I talk the way he talks. I'm starting to see my father in me. And today I took my wife for a walk down that old dirt road where my daddy took my mom so many times. And we found the time to mention things we never had before. And we shared some thoughts about the family line. Yeah, I'm seeing my father in me. I guess that's how it's meant to be. And I find more and more like him each day. I notice I walk the way he walks. I notice I talk the way he talks. I'm starting to see my father in me. And now looking back, I can recall the times we disagreed, when I could not take hold of his old-fashioned ways. And the more I tried to prove him wrong, the more I proved him right. Now I know why he still stood by me when I went through that stage. I'm seeing my father in me. Yes, that's how it's meant to be. And I find more and more like him each day. I notice I walk the way he walks. I notice I talk the way he talks. I'm starting to see my father in me. And I'm happy to see my father in me.
This is the last cowboy song, the end of 100-year wars. The voices sound sad as they're singing along. Another piece of America's lost. He rides a feedlot and clerks in a market on weekends, selling tobacco and beer. And his dreams of tomorrow surrounded by fences, but he'll dream tonight of when fences weren't here. He blazed the trail with Lewis and Clark, and eyeball to eyeball, oh, why back down? He stood shoulder to shoulder with Travis in Texas, and rode with the 7th when Custer went down. This is the last cowboy song, the end of 100-year wars. The voices sound sad as they're singing along. Another piece piece of America's lost. Remington showed us how he looked on canvas, and Louis L'Amour has told us his tale. And Willie and Waylon and me sing about him and wish to God we could have ridden his trail. This is the last. The old Chisholm Trail is covered in concrete now, and they truck them to market in 50-foot rigs. They blow by his marker, never slowing to read it, like live and die was all he did.
This is the last cowboy song, the end of a 100-year war. Voices sound sad as they're singing along, another piece of America's lost.
This is the last cowboy song, the end of a 100-year war. The voices sound sad as they're singing along, another piece of America's lost. This is the last cowboy song, the end of a 100-year wars. The voices sound sad as they're singing along, another piece of America's lost. This is the last cowboy song.
Hey, well, all right, sir. Here we go there. And what are they going to give for? I'm at 25 to get 30 now. 5 would have have another $40 on to make it a 40 now. 5 would have 5. There was a boy in Arkansas who wouldn't listen to his ma when she told him he should go to school. He'd sneak away in the afternoon, take a little walk, then pretty soon you'd find him at the local auction barn. He'd stand and listen carefully, then pretty soon he began to see how the auctioneer could talk so rapidly. He said, oh my, it's do or die, I've got to learn that auction cry, gotta make my mark and be an auctioneer. $25 bidder now, $30, 30, will he give me 30, make it 30, bid it on my $30, will he give me 30, $30 bid. $30 bidder now, 35, will he give me 35 to make it 35, to bid it at 35, who would have bid it at a $35 bid? As time went on, he did his best, and all could see he didn't jest. He practiced calling bids both night and day. His pap would find him behind the barn just working up an awful storm as he tried to imitate the auctioneer. Then his pap said, son, we just can't stand to have the mediocre man selling things at auction using our good name. I'll send you off to auction school, then you'll be nobody's fool. You can take your place among the best. $35 bidder, now the $40, 40, will you give me 40, make it a 40, bid it on the $40, will you give me 40, who'd bid it a $40 bid? $40 bidder now, 45, will you give me 45 to make it a 45, to bid it a 45, who would have bid it at a $45 bid? So from that boy who went to school, there grew a man who played it cool. He came back home a full-fledged auctioneer. Then the people came from miles around just to hear him make that rhythmic sound that filled their hearts with such a happy cheer. His fame spread out from shore to shore. He had all he could do and more. Had to buy a plane to get around. Now he's the tops in all the land. Let's pause and give that man a hand. He's the best of all the auctioneers. $45 bid, another $50 50. Will they give me 50? Make a 50 bid. I want a $50. Will they give me 50? Who'd a $50 bill? $50 bidder now, 55. Will they give me 55 to make it a 55? A bid of 55. I sold that hog for a $50 bill. Hey, well, all right, sir, open the gate and let them out and walk 'em, boys. Here we come a lot of number 29 in. What are you going to give for 'em? I'm at 25 to give 30 now. 5. Would it be the 5? Another $40 on the make it a 40 now. 5. Would it be the 5? Another $50 on the make it a 50 now. 5.